mouth was probably not true, so I have no idea.
Yeah, we saw her waiting tables one time, and she goes, "Yeah, I'm just about to go tour with Tim and Faith, so I'm just doing this." And then we saw her a few weeks later at the same restaurant. And we go, "Hey, what happened?" She goes, "Oh, I had laryngitis, but I'm about to do the new Ang Lee movie. I'm heading out to do that right now." And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Great.
Yeah.
And I'll be producing The Hobbit as well.
Guillermo.
And I just got hired to be the Victoria's Secret boob makeup guy, you know.
Yeah.
That's the Bruce Lee movie I love.
You know, I love your guys' tagline, too. You guys have a really great... I mean, it's not up there.
Oh, yeah.
I was looking up there. I love it because it's non-existent. I mean,
I like the way, yeah.
it fades into the black.
Well, the next hour it usually says, "And now two guys who were 2 verses and a chorus shy of their first hit song."
Yeah.
I love the 2 guys fumbling through the music business. They don't have to. That's, you know.
We ask the stupid questions so you don't have to.
Good. Does that also? Someone's gonna go into. This guy sent me an email like, "Thanks for the website. I was thinking about moving to either New York or LA. I'm in Delaware. Because of the site, moving here."
Nice. That's what it's for.
All right, welcome back to the Music Row Show. Brought to you this hour, of course, by Sam Nash Music Stores. I just had to hear that first line because, you know, so good. Hey, before we get back to the show, we've got to remind everybody about Nashville Starving Artists. That's coming up here on May 3rd. At 3rd and Lindsley. So if you're anywhere around the Nashville area, come on by 3rd and Lindsley. It's a great show, and if you happen to be a songwriter, there's still a few slots left. Go to NashvilleStarvingArtists.com and check it out. Get yourself a slot.
Hey, we're here with Will and Doak with MusicStartsHere.org. We're about to talk etiquette, but it would be rude to not take this call first.
Oh, there you go.
See what I did there?
You did.
Nice
Yeah.
segue.
That's how I roll.
Jason, welcome to the Music Row Show. Go. Yeah.
Well, thanks, Jason. Appreciate the call. Please.
Sure do, Jason. One thing you can do is whatever you learn, pass it on, because someone else just moved here today to Nashville, and you'll meet them this week somewhere. Give them some advice, help them out like people have helped you out. And that's what makes this whole Nashville music community great. It's how everybody works together. We want everyone to do well and to get started on the right foot. So whatever you've learned, pass it on to the new people you meet this week, Jason.
Awesome.
Appreciate it, Jason.
Thanks, Jason.
So, Doak, in your discussions with the Chamber of Commerce, did they happen to mention how many people move to Nashville every, let's say, month to do the music thing?
You know, I've heard a lot of different things, you know, varying, you know, but there was a report done, a study done by Belmont, actually a few years back, and but they say about 50,000 people try to make some sort of trek here, either part-time or full-time in a year.
Wow.
So some of them might be just visiting very often, once a month on a regular basis, or they might have some partial living arrangements here, but a lot of people are moving here. But the problem was that there was a lot of people moving here, and there was just as many leaving.
Right.
Because they would try it, and they couldn't figure it out, and they would also get frustrated and
Sure.
end up going home. So, so don't have exact numbers.
Well, get back to us when you do, okay?
I will. I'll find that out.
Let's talk
That's part of
etiquette.
the site, absolutely.
Let's talk etiquette. Is that? Come on, that's not really important, is it?
Etiquette? Come on.
No, not at all. No.
What are some of the-
just come to town and go ahead and start giving everybody your CDs.
Yeah,
Tell them how great you are.
Well-
that works really well.
What are some of the things you cover on the site regarding etiquette?
Just how to network. What not to do is just as important as what to do.
Like what?
If you go to the Bluebird and you see these hit writers, do not walk up to them and say, "Hey, it's really nice to meet you. Here's my CD. We ought to write together sometime. You have an opening this week." Don't ever do that. Just go up to them and say, "You know what? I really loved your song." If it's Victoria Shaw, say, "God, you know what? I really love the river. That just had a big impact on me. Thanks for singing that song for me tonight. I really needed to hear it. I'll see you again around town." And you'll run into these people all over. Kroger's, the YMCA, walking at the park, walking down your street.
Yeah, it is
In
a
this
small town. Yeah,
In this town, if you take a walk around your neighborhood, you'll run into some of these people.
that's true.
Gold Club.
Yeah. Well, it's professional etiquette. I think in all businesses, there's common courtesy, there's professional etiquette, there's things you should be doing. If a guy was just getting done, a construction worker just got done working and his hands are full, he's got his toolbox, he's walking around, and you go, "Hey, I've got some tools. Hold my tools while I talk to you. And by the way, why don't can I come here tomorrow and do your job?" And it's unprofessional to just assume. There's a lot of people who've been here in line for a long time, working very hard. The great thing about this town is those people are more than happy to link arms with you, befriend you, provide, so many people on the site. They're just so willing to give. Like Jason said, they just want to give to help everybody out.
And that is true. I mean, that is one of the things that sets Nashville apart is that, if you're polite and you approach things the right way, people are more than happy to help you.
Right.
And, you'd be surprised that it's not like other cities where there's, tons of security or, that kind of thing where you can't even get to people. Sometimes if you just ask nicely, you can.
Right.
Yeah, there's a neat kind of pay it forward attitude here, but again, people they appreciate the journey and they understand it, and like I said, even meeting Doak and a lot of the right people are so willing to help. But again, it's just not cool if it's their job, they're working, they just got done doing something, you're running up to people and you're just assuming they're going to drop everything in their life and the 10 years that it took them to get
Right.
all the network and the friends and the relationships and everything they've done, and just say, "Oh yeah, here's my Rolodex."
Okay.
And by the way, here's some cash, and go succeed.
Take my card.
Yeah, here's my credit
Take my
cards. and
card.
You might as well
Come and live with me.
Oh,
Hey.
man. Well, on that note, we're going to take a quick break, but we'll be back with one last segment with the guys here from MusicStartsHere.org here on the Music Row Show.
Nice job, guys.
Is it okay?
Yeah. We got another 5-minute segment, and the hour's boom.
Goes by. It's amazing.
We'll lock the doors. We won't let Dan Schaefer in, and we'll take his time too.
I was going to say, when Jason says, is there anything I can do to give back? And say, yeah, Scott's got a special Scott fund he's starting to,
Yeah.
he wants to build. So
Yeah,
all of you out there who are looking to give,
Yeah, give
Give
to
it to
Scott.
Scott.
Give to
Give to the
moving
radio
next
show.
month.
Scott
Keep us going.
yeah, that's funny.
Golly. I may need your van for a while. You using it right now? You'll be using it next
You
month?
give me a little more?
No,
Does it work?
it needs some brake work.
Are you leaving town? You
Like,
need
stop it.
a pocket?
I mean, I'm just asking.
Yeah, I'm blowing this pop stand. I'm going to go try the music industry in Omaha, Nebraska.
I hear it's really kicking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I'm just moving out of... Antioch is where most people move when they first get into town.
Especially when they buy a house on the internet. That's where they end up.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah. And
Nice Hispaniac.
the schools just aren't where I need them to be. So we're going to Wilson County. We're moving out to Lebanon and go live out in the country a bit.
Yeah. That'd be great.
Yes, sir.
Oh, no, I was just, and we can talk about this later sometimes too, but you guys have collected some great information too, and I know it's on your website, and it'd be great to, we want to point to that. Part of the purpose of the site is not to do it all, but to get people connected here, and then
No, we
point
should
them,
absolutely
and then point them to that great
be
stuff.
linking to each other.
Yeah,
That
and,
makes sense.
And even pointing people to, the show,
Yeah.
getting them there on, Sundays, and, just, again, everything we can do, because there's a lot of great resources. You guys have interviewed some great people and have some great information so.
Well, in fact, I was going to ask you if you guys could add a, guys who know no shit section. We could probably handle that part.
Yeah.
For you.
Poster children?
Yeah, if you could just,
That was going to be the American Idol section.
Oh.
Oh, the joke there is that there's so many people here from American Idol.
Yeah.
I said we ought to make a tab on there that's like,
Yeah.
lessons from Idol.
Yeah.
And have all these people
Yeah.
do interviews. They're like, I was on Idol. I was
If you were on
I was
Idol, the line starts over there.
Yeah, there's like 20 people I've met that have
Oh
all.
yeah.
And you won the Colgate Country Contest. You won the money, thank God, but nobody's ever come up from that.
Right.
Well, see, that's
But
an interesting.
they made more money than we have with that
Yeah,
$100,000.
that's an interesting little piece of information too. Is they've got about 100,000 people. They say, that have that come through the Colgate folk that come through on a yearly basis, just trying to do country music
Yeah.
and connect with them. So that tells you how many people are out there
Oh yeah.
looking to do this. There's literally, and then all the other countries and everything that are, there's a lady from UK who contacted us via email.
Oh yeah. We
She's
get listeners from Ireland and Russia and Australia,
Today, West Virginia.
Israel, huh?
West Virginia today.
West Virginia. Clear out from there. Good Lord.
Different country than ourselves.
Hey, welcome back to the Music Row Show. Is that a little Jason Aldean?
It is.
And actually, we should say that's a little Bridget Tatum.
That's a
She's the
little
one
Rich
who wrote
Redmond
that
on the
song.
drums there.
Danny Meyer.
Nice.
Well,
Yeah. Good song. That was Bridget Tatum's first cut, and
Bummer.
it became a #1 hit.
Good for you, Bridget. That's
we
awesome.
love Bridget. Hey, we'd like to remind you guys, Wednesday mornings. Where are you at, Doak, on Wednesday mornings?
I'm hanging out down at Tootsie's with our buddy Gary Hannon for the beer for breakfast, so I can watch you play your great songs.
Beer for breakfast is a beautiful thing, let me tell you.
It is.
Tootsie's opens up early, and you get some great writers in there. Guy Gilchrist, Dan Schaefer. I can't even tell you all that. Gary Hannon, of course, goes up there and sings some songs.
Anybody who's anybody's down there.
Jeff from Little River Band.
That's right. The lead singer from Motley Crue was there a few weeks ago. It's a great time. Come on out every Wednesday, beer for breakfast, and Gary's doing all kinds of cool things. We got to talk to him soon.
Is that will evolve into liquor for lunch too if you have
If you stay long enough, it will. Absolutely.
Yeah, drinks for dinner.
Hey, we're
Wow,
here with
it's just-
Will and Doak of MusicStartsHere.org. We got one more little segment. Oh shoot, where's my question? I lost it.
Oh no! Now what do we do? Show's over,
I
folks.
certainly can't think for myself, so I don't know what to do here.
So what kind of advice do you give to people regarding grooming? We talked about grooming one time on the show, and we actually got an angry phone call from somebody who thought we were using a dirty word, but it's not actually a dirty. Well, it is, depending on what end of the grooming process you're on. But why don't you talk about that a little bit?
Grooming is being a musical pest. Again, if you go up to someone you just met, you start handing them your CD. It's almost like, hey, look at me. Here, I hope they're ready for me because here I am. I'm the greatest thing. Here's my CD. Let's write this week. To some of these big people, you don't do that.
Right.
Or they'll be standing around talking. You walk up in the middle of them. You've never met them.
And you act like you know them or something.
Yeah.
Like you're their best friend.
Yeah, things like that. Don't be a germ.
Be polite.
Yeah, just be polite. Like I say, you'll see them around town. Just be nice and hang out with your peers and write with your peers. And the tide's going to rise, and some of you are going to rise with them.
That's right. MusicStartsHere.org. Watch the videos. Learn.
There's a lot of videos. Who are some of the folks that you have featured on your videos?
Byron Hill. I saw Byron on there.
Byron Hill, Odie Blackman, Rand Bishop, Kim Wood-Sandusky's going to be up there. We just did her mentor, William. He'll be a new one coming up there. Bill Medley.
Yeah.
Bill
We just got
Medley.
Bill Medley, which was great. That was kind
Congratulations on
of a
that.
Legends kind of.
That's awesome.
Mark
Speaking of legends, Mark Allen Barnett's on there.
Allen Barnett is a legend.
He is a legend. All
Yeah.
right.
Just a lot of
Keith
folks.
Anderson.
Keith
Yeah,
Anderson.
Keith
Yeah.
Anderson and Rusty Gatson, great
Rich
publisher.
Redmond.
Rich Redmond. Yeah.
Luis that plays bass for Jimmy Wayne,
There you go.
and we're working on some other great ones.
A lot of the PROs as well. We've got the folks from NSAI. We've got
I saw
SCAP
CSAC on there.
CSAC on there. Justin Levinson did some great stuff.
ASCAP.
Yeah. So I mean,
Be
the
like-
thing is to really be as comprehensive as we can. And a great answer to your question is, what do you tell people? I just tell people to go to the site now because
Yeah.
it's a lot easier to say, hey, if you've got questions for that, I'll give them my answer. But it's easier to say, go there and watch as many of the videos on that particular area as you can, and I think you're going to get going to get a clue on some things.
And I'm guessing that that list of videos is going to be ever expanding. You're always,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, and the learning center's coming up, and that I'm really intrigued by that. That's going to be really cool when that gets set up.
We're going to do the where you can ask a pro, and you will get
Right.
the answers back. And the interview I'm looking forward to is the Scott and Heino. We're going to have you all on there.
Oh
We
yeah,
want you giving
for
tips.
the, you know, ask
Tips for what?
Tips,
How to
really.
talk on the radio?
Man, because we don't even know how to do that, you know.
Yeah, but you've learned a thing or two in doing this great show, and we want you all to tell them a little bit of advice that you've learned. So
My advice
somewhere
is
down
listen
the
to the
road.
Music Row Show every Sunday night.
There you go.
That's the all-purpose answer to everything.
We freeze up when we're on camera. I got to warn you.
Yeah, I tell you. Oh wait, we're on camera, aren't we?
We are, yeah.
Oh, my
We've been
gosh.
filming the whole thing. And
Yeah.
you guys have a lot of great resources, too. I mean, that's part of what we love about the site. Wasn't meant to be an end-all. It was just a beginning to provide, you know, a beginning launching point. Thus, music starts here, and pointing to what you guys even offer. Great resources on your website, great interviews with a lot of great answers. I think people should be going there. There's a lot of the professionals and people who live here who have great information and resources, and we want to push to that and point to that so people can continue on their journey. Continue.
Awesome. Well,
You
thank
know
you
what?
so much
That's
for
so
bringing
nice.
it.
I want to buy them both dinner.
I think that's a great idea.
That's right. You
As
guys, that last plug was so wonderful that I'm taking you both to Maggiano's. You guys both get dinner at Maggiano's. Thank you for coming in and
There you go.
hanging out with
You
us.
have to watch
place.
Scott eat, though. That's the only
No,
downside.
I'm not going.
Oh, good. Perfect.
I've seen
I love that
Doak.
place.
I've seen
I
Doak.
love that place.
Wow. Well, thanks, guys, for coming in.
Thank you.
And you know what? Stick around. We got another great hour of the show coming up. We got
man.
Dan Schaefer from Rock and Load University, kind of our learning show tonight. And he's bringing a couple of great big hit writers with him, Stan Webb and Larry Weiss, who...
Like a rhinestone
oh, yeah, you won't
cowboy.
believe their resume.
Bend me,
Bow.
shape me.
You're definitely
Tell you
going to
what.
want to stick around for that, and call in, send us an email. You know what happens when you do that. So we'll be back in just a few minutes here on the Music Row Show.
What happens?
Stay tuned to see what happens. Man, this is fun, guys. Thanks.
No, you guys are great. Let's see here.
That was fun. That was good. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
Dinner
I
at
appreciate
Maggiano's.
that. You are all
serious.
right.
Of course I am.
I appreciate that.
Expires April
What kind of
1st.
a-hole do you think I am?
Expires April 1st.
Expires April 1st.
Well, eat fast.